Hey guys, what's up? I've got a few pieces of hornstone here. This was one particular stone or nodule that I broke apart, and it's got this really funky looking material inside. It's like the flint has like a quartz, like it got kind of quartzy or crystally in there, and it left a really weird texture. But I'm kind of weird when it comes to stuff like this. I think it's super interesting, the different textures and colors and stuff. So I'm gonna see what I can get out of this. It's definitely different, but I think it'll I think it'll nap. We'll find out. Just trying to get some convexity around the piece here. Definitely got a little booger in there I'm gonna try to get rid of. And I got a crack coming in right here too, so that's no bueno. Whoops. It almost takes a conscious effort to nap normally, like I would without having this camera here. It's pretty much out of my way, but a lot of times I find myself napping differently with the phone where it's at. It's kind of right out in front of my chest. I got the bipod out here with an arm sticking out, and the phone's kind of facing me, but sometimes it's hard to not alter what I'm doing because of the phone. So I know I've got this cone going in. It's probably has a crack going down in this way. See, there's kind of a separation right here. A lot of these nodules, or not a lot of them, but some of them had that. Some of the lower quality stuff. It's like a bullseye in there, a core that it's got a seam around it. vortex is pretty thick. Try to put my point right in here so I can try to capture some of this crystal-y stuff. Sure helps isolating those little platforms, I'll tell you what. And try to, a lot of times I'll create a steep bevel like this, and then I can smack straight in on it, get surface support, and remove a nice thick, a lot of mass at once. Probably do the same thing right here. All you need is a little bit of an angle there. Really remove some mass quick. It's getting pretty flat in there now, so I don't want to shoot any more long flakes. I just want to get a little bit of my convexity back, get prepared to come back this direction. That was that core in there I was talking about, where it's got that separation in there. I actually got up underneath of some of it, not all of it. Wish I had a big old chunk of this stuff that was that quartz texture. It's just, I mean, it's kind of like knapping a quartzite, like Hickston or something. I think Hickston might be a silicified sandstone, but Tallahassee, that's a quartzite. I've noticed myself pulling these flakes, pulling back when I'm not just applying pressure, I'm grabbing the edge with my finger and pulling back. And it seems to be helping these flakes travel a little bit further and pop off a little bit cleaner, although that one definitely didn't. Just gonna raise this edge up a little bit more. I seen someone ask a question on my Facebook group, Learning to Flint Knap, yesterday about, so if the material is softer, do I need a different tool type? You know, if it's softer material, do I need a softer tool or a harder tool? Or I've seen a lot of different answers on there, but in my opinion, the tool doesn't make as big a difference as how you prepare the edge. And this is kind of a perfect example, right? I've got this really hard crystally material over here on this side, and this chert over here is soft stuff, and I'm using the same tool. All I'm doing is I'm making sure the edges are strong enough to support my flakes. There are advantages to having softer tool tip types. When using softer material, it won't crush the edge as much, and it's not as harsh on the edge. But more I flint knap, the more I see it's less about the tools and more about the guy swinging them or girl swinging them. I went all the way into my taxidermy studio. Well, I'm kind of losing my rough stuff that I wanted to keep. I might be able to preserve some of it. Definitely losing length. Whittle it down to nothing. On something like this, I'm not that concerned about my length. You know, you always want to be concerned about your length, but when I'm just trying to get what I can out of a rock, just take what it gives me and be happy with it. Try not to be too rough with it. You have to talk to the rock in a way that it appreciates your intentions. As Will Lord says. Nice. That thinned her out, by George. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Kind of cool. It's kind of translucent right up in here. Well, let's see if I can knock a couple notches in this thing. Ow. Jumped up and bit me. See how this stuff pressure flakes. I'm going to leave a gap in here. I'm not using any surface support because I know this stuff will, if I give it any excuse to step, it will. See it starting to step a little bit right there. Come here. go too far. I'm kind of losing my, this is the material I wanted to conserve, so this is probably going to be a crude one, no doubt about it. Maybe one more round of percussion. Start with one right there. Get rid of that little bump. Step fractures. I don't like going over that direction. Going into that harder material makes them want to slow down and step. Gave that one a little more surface support with my finger and it held it down. Nice. There we go. Boy, that thinned her down. Come on, darling. I know you went off there. Yes. Beautiful. Man, am I glad I decided to take a few more percussion flakes. Thin this thing down. Might actually be able to make a good looking point out of it now. It was a little chubby before. I don't have any problem with, you know, big bones, but you start getting into the chubby class, Some big crystals right there. So before I get too carried away here, that thinned it down a lot. I'm pretty happy with that. Possibly get one more there. Worry about that. Well, I probably need to figure out how far I'm going to take that edge in before I notch it. My buddy just sent me a message, and he's got a big old box of preforms and ancient bifaces and stuff where he's picked up out of fields. He's gonna send me, I think, either that or I'm gonna wait and get him when I go down there. But I told him if you go ahead and send him, I'll pay shipping. It's all HornStone. HornStone, preforms, bunches of them. He asked me if I thought I could use them. I was like, heck yeah, man. Send them on. You know it, brother. Dying to get back down there and walk around some more creeks and stuff. I've definitely been bitten by the bug. The rock hounding bug. Rock collecting. Alright, this thing's gonna be cool. Just need to clean my edge up here a little bit. Now, let's see if I can knock some notches in here. This side's not too bad, but it's got quite a bit of thickness over here. I'll just start in there and see how it goes. I think I'll just try to do a corner notch. Sometimes it helps to go ahead and square your corners off. This might seem really purposeless, I guess, to start out with these really tiny little flakes, but what it does is starts establishing that steep bulb of percussion inside there where your tool lays, and those contours, they work back and forth on either side. As long as you keeping your flakes coming off there in about the same angle, as opposed to if you were to start in with pressure, you wouldn't have this big bulb of percussion here. A lot of times it kind of messes up your flow. If I can't get this one to let go. There we go. It's going to be hard to punch notch this material, I think, because it's going to want to crush really bad. If I can just get in there far enough to get one good one. Pretty tough stuff. I end up blowing my barb off here, I know. I can just get one to go. I don't think it's gonna happen. Awful lot of thickness there. So let's see if I can take some of that down from the edge out here. I'm gonna start up here. Move up my edge, get one there. Get one there. And that one will help. That one will definitely help. Okay, now I think I'm in business. was able to get it going again. I'm not gonna get too carried away. I just leave this one right there. See what I can do over here. This one's a little, not quite as thick as it was over there, so hopefully won't have as much trouble. Just little bitty bites. It forces you to take these flakes when you start right out with the punch. It just sets you up for the next flake. Whereas going from pressure straight to the punch, it's sometimes can be hard. You can get yourself in trouble. You can get into too much thickness right away, or not have that defined bulb in there that you need for your punch to seed into, like this. You want to tend to your punch. You don't want it to get flattened out. If it has too much surface area in there, it won't allow that flake to release. Bad things can happen. On some of these I'm using like loose support. I'm kind of letting the piece, I'm not pushing down in the pad, I'm not pushing on the punch or anything like that. I'm just kind of holding it in place and then letting it smacking it and letting it kind of find its way to the bottom of that contour in there. And in doing that, sometimes it seems like it helps the flake release differently. If you're using loose support as opposed to pushing and gripping and using tight support, just seating it right in the bottom of that notch, because you want your crack to release up above where your tool is. You want it to release up in here. Go. Heck yeah, man, that's gonna be a nice little corner notch. Keep going with it, it's gonna be a lost lake. I know I'm not going to be able to get into too much more of this thickness up in here on this side. Might be it. That might be it. I'm gonna push my luck. Get too much crushing in there. Go in there and open them up a little bit. Alright. I'm liking it. I'm not gonna push my luck too much on this crumbly edge, or I'll mess it up, make it all crunchy looking. So I'm gonna just take and even it up a little bit more. And that's gonna be it. Go ahead and match this side up. Hands are slick. Those will pop off there, I think. Lost a little bit of my ear on that one flake there. But, so yeah, I kind of like it. I don't think it's going to fly off the shelf or anything, but it's pretty cool. I like that quartzy, crystally material in there. Got a little bit of it off there. This side looks good. Alright, corner notch from Funky HornStone. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.